Oh boy, so welcome back to the channel, and I gotta say, we have made it to episode 10 of the 2003 TMNT show, and let's just say business has picked up for sure. Like, damn, this episode. I really enjoyed this episode. So, let's get into this. Episode kicks off with the turtles sparring and training, and Leo kind of showing his dominance on how his weapon is the better weapon, and that the other three turtles, they just have less superior weapons compared to his. That the katana is the best weapon, it is hands down the greatest weapon, and Leo is just... It's one of the few times you see Leo getting an ego over himself, saying how much better, saying how his weapons are a lot better than his brothers, and that they have no chance when it comes to his weapons, and that's why he's the leader, because he has the best weapons. But Splinter kind of knocks him down a peg and proves to him that it doesn't matter what kind of weapons you have, that a wrinkly, old, tired rat is able to take you down with nothing with your superior weapons, and showing that it's not the weapons that makes the ninja, it's the ninja behind the weapons that makes it. And I like how Splinter kind of took him down a peg. He was like, look here, boy, there's a reason why I'm the master. Don't question my methods, just know that I know how to get results, and listen to me, you'll get those results. And I kind of like how so before I get into that, Leo lets his emotions get the best of him, getting pissed that Splinter's not understanding why his weapons are the better one. He thinks Splinter just doesn't get it. He doesn't see why these are the better weapons of all of them. And one of the foot soldiers ends up sending him a message, whether it was trying to kill him or just trying to send the message and hope that he would have gotten it. But it's basically Shredder trying to send him a invitation to come and talk to him. And so Leo ends up taking the bait, and I think this is more because Leo's emotions are just so high, and maybe he's finally going to have someone see what he's talking about, and how the sword is the strongest weapon, and that it does matter when it comes to weapons to have the best weapon instead of just a good weapon. And he ends up getting surrounded by the Foot Clan, but obviously Leo's able to handle it. His brothers are right behind him, just tagging along, seeing where he's going, making sure he doesn't get into any trouble. And they're on the roof watching it, and if anything gets, too crazy, they will be there to help him and get his back, but they're going to let it play out. And this is the first time that Shredder and the Turtles are going face to face. At least Leo and Shredder are going face to face, at least seeing each other for the first time. At least the other turtles do see him, but Shredder doesn't see them. So it was really cool to see that this was happening for the very first time. We've had all this build up and all of this building up to this point of the turtles finally meeting Shredder, and Shredder is doing everything he can here to try and get Leo to join his team, kind of baiting him and telling him that what he's doing is for righteous, and there's certain groups out there that want to do evil, and how Shredder is here to bring the world good, and how his master and his master's master all were trying to do the same mission, and they kept getting foiled because someone got in their way. And he's trying to tell Leo that you are a very skilled ninja, and he would be honored to have him on his team, and here, take this better sword that is a gift from me to you, showing that I want you on my team this much, and it's my honor to give you this. So he's doing whatever he can, almost to sway a kid into joining his side, or believing the adult that he is right about what he is saying. And it's kind of nice to see this weird dynamic that Shredder isn't immediately going into a fight and just saying, I am a better fighter than you guys, just join me or give up. I like how he's trying a different method here, and it's very interesting. You don't see that very often. So So Leo takes the sword, is feeling really honored, but he doesn't know if he should actually join the Foot Clan or if he should go and tell Master Splinter. He's torn between this, and then the rest of the turtles end up catching up to him, basically calling him a sellout, saying, how are you going to join them? We've been fighting them for months at this point. Why would you even consider it? And Leo's just letting his emotions completely get the best of him. He's basically doing a Raph at this point, letting his emotions essentially dictate how he's going to act, letting his mood affect him. And as Raph and Leo are getting into a fight over the sword, Leo ends up throwing Raph over the building and immediately thinking, oh shoot, I just killed my brother, like Jesus, like I'm a horrible brother. But Raph, being Raph, was able to save himself with a sigh and, wasn't going to die. I mean, that'd be crazy if that's what happened here. It would be a weird plot twist, but we knew that wasn't going to happen. But Leo finally sees that the error of his ways and what he was doing was wrong, and that he should have done what he should have done this to begin with and just go right to Master Splinter. And Splinter finally tells the boys the Foot Clan and Shredder's whole backstory. And the backstory is almost exactly like every other backstory when it comes to Splinter, almost. That he had a Master Yoshi and he would watch his ways or study how his martial arts were and train himself. Shredder and his men come and attack him, end up killing him. I mean, basically, Shredder kills this dude right in front of Splinter. But Splinter tries to get in there. He ends up attacking Hun, and those scars on Hun's face are from Splinter himself. So, Splinter was able to hold his own for a rat. Granted, he didn't do much more than that, but give it to him. He's a rat, But the story is almost exactly, if you know the story of Splinter, then you know. Sorry, I don't know why I keep yawning as I'm doing this. Sorry. But if you already know Splinter's backstory, then you already know this story. So it's almost just a retelling if you already know the story. So nothing new was really added here other than maybe Hun coming in it. Or Han. So, Leo's disappointed in himself, letting his emotions get the better of him, and thinking that Shredder was on the side of good, and that he was actually here to help the Turtles, when really he wasn't. He ends up going back, bringing the sword back to them, telling the Foot Clan, hey, tell your boss, I don't want to be part of this, you guys are nothing but good, we know the real truth, and we ain't joining your side here. So they end up fighting the Foot Clan, obviously taking care of them. Then we get Hun coming back, and we get round 2 of this fight. And for as big as a man as he is very agile and able to hold his own against the Turtles. And showing why he is Shredder's right-hand man, and showing why he is a dominant force. And end up getting the best of Leo, but Leo using his training that he had and showing that it's not the weapon that makes the ninja, and finally understanding that it's him that makes the weapon great and not the other way around, and is able to take down Hun and knock him out, which kind of sucks how fast they took him out here, but it's still good to see when they fight each other. I always enjoy that fight between those two. Then we finally get the showdown we have been waiting for 10 episodes at this point. It is Shredder and the Turtles, and obviously with it being a 2-parter or a 3-parter, I don't know how many parts this is, but this being part 1, we don't get to see the fight, but my god, that buildup is just insane, and Shredder looks terrifying. Now, this is how you build up a villain, and this is a guy you want to be afraid of. We are finally going to see why this man is the leader of the Foot Clan, and why he is the nemesis of the Turtles, and it's just damn. Like, I don't have much bad to say here. I would say my only con would be the Splinter story. It's essentially the same story we get all the time. Nothing really changed. I mean, they might switch up a few things here or there, but not enough where it's any different than anything else. So it was okay. Maybe we didn't necessarily need the whole long, maybe just a simple, him and my master knew each other, and Shredder's the reason why my master's gone. But it's not the biggest con in the world, but it wasn't anything special, and I didn't care for it. But the pros, so the sparring in the beginning of the episode, I liked that we got to see them show off their skill, and we finally get to see Leo kind of break out here and show why he is the master skillist, has the master skill of the 4 turtles. And it was nice for him to be taken down a peg, and Splinter trying to teach him a lesson here, while also teaching all the other turtles a lesson here, and showing that your weapons don't defy you, you defy the weapon. You can use it in any way you can to make the weapon that much better. Whatever weapon you guys have, even if it's your fist, you can make it into a deadly weapon and use it the right way. So I liked how the sparring went from them facing each other, and how Splinter shows them why he is the master and shows them what he knows, what he's talking about. And I really liked how we kicked that episode off. I do like that we got a Leo-centered episode, kind of. We get to see Leo kind of getting cocky here and thinking that this is the reason why he is the leader and why he is the better fighter of all the turtles. And it's kind of cool to see Leo, because I don't really see Leo have much of an ego other than him just saying, like, I'm the leader, Master Splinter picked me for a reason. That's about as much of an ego we get out of him. But this one, he is like, no, my swords are the best weapon ever. They are the best ninja weapon ever. And Master Splinter just doesn't get it. And a kid almost being told no by one parent goes to the other parent to get approval, and told that, yes, you are great, and what you are doing is amazing, and yada yada. And that's kind of what it was like. Couldn't get the approval that he wanted, or the answer that he wanted from Splinter, so he ends up going to Shredder and listen to him, and everything Shredder is telling him is exactly feeding into what he wants to hear. And I liked how it almost took for his brother to die for him to see the error of his ways and being like, I'm an idiot, I shouldn't have done that, I shouldn't have let that get the better of me. And I do like getting a Leo-centered episode. I like that we are doing that, and I think Mikey's the only one who didn't really get one so far. Obviously, the season isn't over yet, but every other turtle has gotten a centered episode, and Mikey's the only one who hasn't got one. But I like how Leo gets this one, and it all builds into them running into the Shredder. And I do like the Turtles versus Han round 2, or Han. I do like that they get round 2 here, and it's almost the exact same thing, except for now Leo is able to show that he can take him out by himself, and that he is getting better as a fighter compared to the first time they fought when they got lucky. This time Leo was able to show that he could take him out by himself. Granted, it took a heck of a lot out of him, but he still was able to be dominant and being able to show, I have what it takes to lead this group and take down the right-hand man of the bad boss. And then, of course, gotta give it to Shredder. From his appearance to what he was doing in this episode, dude straight up murdering people, like, it was insane. And his gear looks great for this episode. Like, it looks good for this show. I like how it's designed. I like how you can't see his face and it's just his red eyes. And it looks sleek. It's armored. It's almost like if you hit a certain area, you're cutting your foot. I just love how Shredder is designed. And I like how he didn't go straight into fighting. And he went into swaying Leo and trying to get Leo on his side. And almost making it sound like a sweet deal that he is the right guy and he is trying to do all of this for good. I like how he was being smart and being calculated about it. And not just going, okay, let's fight. I'm going to beat your ass. Now you're joining my team. I like how this Shredder is a little bit different, but still ruthless at the same time. And, it just cherry on top. And I'm hoping the next part is just as good. Now, if you rather me put all of the parts together to make one episode, I can do that. But for right now, I'm going to keep them separate. I don't know if I'll do that for later episodes, where if it's a 2-parter or a 3-parter, if I just make them all combined into one episode and make it its own mini episode. Or if I'm just going to keep them separate. I don't know yet. You guys let me know in the comments. But this is our first A grade episode. This is definitely the best episode of the season, and I really enjoyed it. I almost didn't want the episode to end. It felt, I'd say another bad thing is it felt really short, and I wanted more of it. So I'm looking forward to next week to see what happens. I cannot wait to see what happens here. And this was a good, I love this episode. So let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Am I crazy? Is this just a boring episode that's just build up filler to the next part? Or did you feel the same way? Did you enjoy this episode just as much as I did? Let me know what you liked about it. Feedback always appreciated. I've got my Conjuring video coming out tomorrow, so check that out. Go check the gaming channel. Check out those videos. Show me some love over there. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you're watching, what you're playing, what you're reading. Love to hear it all in there. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.